officially put the league on notice, Parkins?
I mean, if you haven't been noticing the Lions, I didn't need that game last night.
Oh, really?
Personally,
Really?
I did.
Because you overrate the Bears.
No, I don't think it has.
I mean, you thought them beating the Bears 52. Oh my gosh!
Wow. What can they do?
Really? Wow, I hadn't considered that. Yeah. Maybe that's there in the subconscious. No, listen, I've picked the Lions to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl now 3 consecutive years. Like, I feel like I was an early adopter.
Their Super Bowl pick this year?
They were my, Bills Lions.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, I had forgotten that.
Bills Lions. So yeah, I didn't buy into the idea that, they lost Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, they were going to deteriorate. Like, to me, the team you saw last night is the team that I feel like we as football fans were robbed of seeing in the NFC Championship game last year against Philadelphia. Like, that team with Aiden Hutchinson, with a pass rush, with an elite offense, like, because their investments are more on the offensive side of the ball. But their blueprint is score a ton of points, play with a lead, and then get after the quarterback and sack you. And they were able to do it to Lamar Jackson, so I feel like they could do it to just about anybody. It's just some facts about the Lions. Most points in the NFL since 2023, the Lions. 3rd point differential team in the NFL since 2023, the Lions. Most yards since 2023, the Lions. Like, they've been great for a while, and last year they just got very unlucky with injuries on one side of the ball. They were a 15-win 1 seed. So we don't talk about them as accomplishing a ton because they've been more of a regular season team. I understand that. But that was not shocking to me at all.
So listen, despite the fact that at the very end of yesterday's show, I picked the Ravens to win, about 2 minutes before kickoff, I like to bet what I'm rooting for at times.
Sure.
Yeah. And I was rooting for the Ravens to lose because it would be a better show and it's better for the Chiefs. So I bet the Lions and the over, and then was sweating it in our gambling group chat that you guys are not in because you guys are not the gamblers of the show. It's me, Danny, and Adam Lefko, to be totally honest. Just sharing different bets.
And sweating
and that's what I was rooting for. It is not what I anticipated because, and this is where they did put me on notice, so to speak, the 2 things that I was most worried about going into the season this year was, with the changes at the interior of that offensive line, are they going to be able to run Dan Campbell's style of smash mouth football? Last night, they were as smash mouth as they've ever been. You know what I mean? Those 2 95-yard drives were unbelievable. I know one had the super long chunk play on a run, but the first one didn't.
Right.
And then the other one was, where is Jared Goff's mindset? Because where I disagree with you, Danny, is the Lions' injuries last year maybe could have cost them a Super Bowl in a lot of universes. But the reason they didn't make the NFC Championship game last year was because Jared Goff had a 4-turnover playoff game, and that was not the Lions' defensive injuries. And I was worried that how was that going to land on him this season, especially when Week 1 went as poorly as it did. I thought it was, whether it was intentional or not, them going for that 4th down and putting the ball in his hands to ice that game was huge, and that he came through. So to me, it did knock the Lions up a level in my brain of where I looked at them, because I didn't think their window was closed, but I thought their best shot probably was 2 years ago and last year, and this year it's going to be different. So yeah, they put me on notice. Yeah.
Someone need to tell me when Jared Goff got a reputation for just being the most fragile quarterback in the NFL, because I don't understand. Right. It's intentional. They now need to build up Jared Goff's confidence. Listen, before we get started too much, I got to talk to Detroit Lions fans. Straight up, y'all are slacking right now. Y'all are slacking. I'm trying to make these Detroit Lions videos, and you're not watching it. And you need to watch the videos, you need to subscribe, you need to watch the whole video. Like, watching the whole video really helps out big time. But like, I made an awesome video yesterday via the herd, and it's just grinding. And so I want to keep making Detour Lions videos. I want to keep talking about Jared Goff. I want to keep getting after it, but it's just like I need you to watch them, Otherwise we're out here making Cleveland Browns and Pittsburgh Steelers videos. And that's not the Detroit Lions. My most watched video ever. My most watched video ever is a Detroit Lions video. So, come on now. Come on now. And it's not just about views, it's about like wanting to create videos that people want to watch, that people want to see. And so, if I'm making Lions videos that people aren't watching, well then it's just like, well then, you know, for me it's like, well I want to make videos that people want to watch, that people want to see, that people want to discuss. So, please subscribe, get after it so I can get after it. Now, let's get after it. But, you know, putting the league on notice, I mean, listen, the Detroit Lions, they're just such a relentless, resilient team. We see so many teams just abandon, right? It's the whole idea of like everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And like the Detroit Lions are like, if there's a failure, if there's a mishap, if something doesn't go to plan, can't get the run game going, doesn't matter. We're going to keep running to get ball, you know? You know, we have a miscommunication, an incomplete pass, a drop pass, doesn't matter. I'm going right back to him. Like, there's just such a relentlessness. And I completely disagree with what Danny's talking about, where he's like, oh, they're able to get the lead and they were able to get after Lamar Jackson. That's what they want to do. This team can't play from behind. First off, this was a close game with the Lions versus the Ravens, you know, for pretty much the entire game. And they were getting after Lamar from the jump. I mean, they were putting pressure from the jump. They were like, oh, you want to crank up the heat in this, you know, out here? Let's do it. I mean, it was like one of those movies like where there's someone like goes into a sauna or whatever, and they like put the temperature all the way up and then break off the handle. I mean, like that's who the Detroit Lions are. They're like, okay, let's do it. Let's see who can outlast longer right now. I mean, they really are like that. That is how they get after it, and it's just an awesome watch. There's no wonder why the Detroit Lions are they're the most watched team in the NFL. And it makes sense because every time you watch them, you just know, which is why game 1 was so like, what am I looking at right now? You were like, this is not the Lions that I know. Like what? This is not the Detroit Lions. Like this is not what is this? Which is funny because, you know, they have had slower starts over the years. But I mean, the game against the Ravens, it's like that excited me more than anything. Just watching that game, watching just the relentless pursuit, and it wasn't to prove anything, right? In a way, the Lions versus the Bears game trying to prove something. Ben Johnson, you know, division rival, et cetera, et cetera. This game was just like, we want to be great because we want to be great. We want to be great because we are great, right? We want to dominate because we are dominant. And it jumps through the screen. It just absolutely laughing his way through the broadcast because it's like all he could do was laugh and just be like, you can't throw the ball any better than that. That catch. I mean, you just can't make a better catch than that. Gibbs Montgomery. I mean, he was just laughing, you know, all the sacks on Lamar. I mean, he was just like every single time he was just pretty much like, you can't do it better than that. I mean, that's pretty much what he just kept saying. I mean, it can't get any better than that. It just can't get any better than that. I mean, like, it was just his version of being like, I'm speechless, but I got to say something. I'm the commentator here. I got to give some commentary. And you just hear he's just laughing in that. And that's when Troy Amon, that's his tell. It's like when he sees brilliance, that's when he's laughing. When he laughs and he's just like, my gosh, this is football, baby. Like, let's get after it. And he was doing it the whole broadcast. So it's just great to see. It's just great to see. And they're going to need that energy because they have a really tough schedule. They have a really, really, really tough schedule. They got a lot of tough games. And this was one of those games that was really circled big. That was like, this is going to be a tough game on the road. Baltimore Ravens, supposed to be a top team in the NFL, top 2, top 3 team. Some people got it at the number 1 team, and the Lions clearly looked like the better team. That's important. That matters, and that's awesome. And in a game, and in a week when the Packers lost, right? So like you didn't do anything weird where it's like, man, how did we let this slow start get to us? Now we're in a hole. Now we're behind in the division. We got to claw our way back out. Like that's not the situation that they're in here. That's not at all, right? They still get to set the terms and conditions specifically of this division. So, just great. You know, Amon Ross Street Brown. I'm sure you guys all saw that video. I wish I could play it, but it's a little rated R. When he catch that touchdown, he just screams. I still got the one clip of him saved on my phone where he's like screaming, you know, I'm built for this. I'm built for this. Like I just the team pumps me up more than anything, honestly. Even if you don't like them, even if you don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl, whatever it is, like this team is just, they just get you fired up in a way that like it does. It really makes you feel, it makes me feel bad considering I talk to all the fans and of all different teams where I'm just like, man, how do you watch the Detroit Lions play if you're like a Carolina Panthers fan, if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, if you're a New York Giants fan, a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, a Houston Texans fan right now? Like how do you watch the Detroit Lions and you're just like out there living in Cleveland and you're just like this is my team, like this is the guys that I have to root for, this is my quarterback, this is my coaching staff. Like I mean just think about how many teams are just not serious out there. You know, it's just absurd. And then you got the Detroit Lions who are just like, we are on the relentless pursuit of greatness. We're not going to win every game. We're not going to win every Super Bowl. We're not going to make every Super Bowl. We're going to make mistakes. But you know what, man? We are going to get after it. We are going to get after it. And better believe that when you watch us on Sunday, Thursday, or Monday, you know that we are going to put the effort forth no matter what. And just like, I think if you're a fan watching that, you got to just respect it. You got to appreciate it, and you got to be grateful for it. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Detroit Lions? Have they officially put the league on notice? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. It's whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.